everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I am going to share with you my weekend special meal planning routine. This video was actually shot around 1 year back and today I thought of editing it and finally uploading. Well, it was a Sunday that day and we were back from the nearby market at around 11 am. We actually went to the nearby park for a quick walk and while returning we bought all the vegetables and other things that we needed. And here is what all we bought. Some vegetables, greens and seeds and also fruits. Here I'm back after a quick shower. I had soaked these beans last night, so I'll drain out the excess water, rinse it once, transfer it into the cooker, adding salt as per taste, required quantity of water, and will allow this to cook in low flame for about 3 to 4 whistles. Here I am also roasting some groundnuts. Over here I have some brown moong. We'll rinse it twice and then we'll soak this. I will be keeping this for sprouting. And here I have my Itminan Biryani Matka, which I cleaned really well and I will be using it to make curd. I have already made a detailed video on how you can reuse these biryani matkas and how I cleaned it and how I'm preparing curd. You can watch that on my channel. And over here in my steel jar I had made sweet dahi. Actually I just added some jaggery in milk and made curd with this. So here I have my sweet curd and here is the other batch that I will be keeping here. I actually have 2 of these matkas and I am using this to make curd. If you make curd in this matkas, they taste way better as compared to the ones that we make in stainless steel or other utensils. In the meanwhile, our groundnuts are also nicely roasted. We'll keep this aside. Here I am taking my mixer grinder. It's completely dried. And over here I have some roasted chana. I roasted them last night and kept it aside. So now I will be making a fine powder with this. And here we have our fine powder ready. I usually use this to make chutney or you can even put this in your gravies in order to make it thick. Here I have some rice. And in the meanwhile, our beans are also nicely boiled. We'll switch off the flame. Here I am rinsing the rice for 2 to 3 times. Our groundnuts have also cooled down. I will peel its skin and keep that aside. Here I have the groundnuts ready. I have broken most of them into half. In a frying pan, adding some water and also jaggery. We'll switch on the flame and allow the jaggery to melt. I had coarsely ground half of these groundnuts and the remaining half I am just using it like that. We'll mix everything in the jaggery, allow it to thicken a bit, switch off the flame and our groundnut chickpea is also ready. Here I am applying some oil in a steel plate and we'll transfer the jaggery coated groundnuts into this. Give it a proper shape and keep it aside to cool down. In my frying pan, I am adding little more water and will allow this to boil just to take out that residue jaggery. I will be adding this into my sweet curd as well. If we keep cleaning the utensils while we are cooking, it saves a lot of time and also you don't have a lot of utensils to be cleaned once you are done with cooking. Here I am heating up the same frying pan. Over here I have 2 onions and 3 tomatoes. We'll peel its skin. Here our frying pan is also heated up. We'll add oil. Here I am taking some peeled garlic. I usually peel skin of garlic and keep it in the fridge so that it's very convenient to use them whenever needed. Here I am adding some sauce, garlic, 2 red chilies, piece of ginger, roughly chopped onion, 1 elaichi, black pepper, mustard seeds, and we'll give everything a good mix. Allow it to cook in low flame. Adding turmeric and salt as per taste. We'll allow everything to cook, and in the meanwhile we'll roughly chop the tomatoes. Once onions are cooked, we'll add the tomatoes and we'll allow it to cook in low flame. Here I had little bit of cabbage left from yesterday night, so I will be adding this also with the tomatoes. Here our groundnut chickpea has also cooled down. We'll cut these into bite-sized pieces, and this is how they look. I really love the taste of chickpeas, whether it's groundnuts chickpea, sesame seeds or anything else. I just clicked the picture for my YouTube thumbnail, and that's why all these tamjam. Here my black chana powder is also ready to be stored. We'll keep this in an airtight container. We'll transfer the tomatoes in my mixture grinder. In the meanwhile, in the same frying pan, I will add little bit of oil, 2 bay leaves, some sauf, 1 red chili, and we'll start cooking the beans in low flame. We had already added salt in it while boiling, so I'll be adding turmeric. Once they are cooked a bit, I will add the tomato paste and water as needed. You can decide on the quantity of water depending on how thick you want your gravy to be. I had already washed the rice and kept it aside, so we'll cook rice as well. Here I have some coriander. We need to store this as well. Here I have one old broken mug. I will be keeping the roots of coriander in this. Well, I actually need 2 cups. So here is another broken cup. I will add some water and keep the roots here. If you keep changing the water regularly and maintain them well, they will start to grow again. So it's a great way to start with your own kitchen garden. I will keep it aside, and here we have the coriander that we will be using. So giving this a good wash. You need to wash it 3-4 times or until you get clean water. We need to remove the grass or whatever comes along with the coriander. I have been using this plastic rinsing bowl for a very long time, and it's really convenient to wash your fruits and vegetables here. You can just drain out the water like this, which is very much convenient. Here the beans are also cooking in low flame, and now I will be chopping some coriander. I'm just keeping the stem aside. You can actually make use of it if you are making any paste or any masalas for it. For now, I will be simply using the leaves. We'll roughly chop this. Once beans are completely cooked, we'll switch off the flame and add the coriander. Give this a mix. We'll cover and keep it aside. Here I am chopping some more coriander, and we'll add some of this in the rice. I'm actually making almond coriander rice. So here I have some almonds. You can use soaked almonds or you can use them just like that. So we have rice, water, almonds and coriander. Here I am adding some sauf as well. You can replace this with jeera if you do not like the taste of sauf. Give this a good mix. Cover and we'll allow this to cook for 1 whistle. Here I have the remaining coriander. I will put them in my mixer grinder. I'm not chopping them, I'm just adding it directly. We'll add some water so that we can easily make a paste. We'll cover and grind this. We'll repeat the same process and make a paste with all the coriander that is left. Here our coriander paste is also ready. We'll transfer this in a bowl. We'll add little water in the mixer grinder to take out the residue coriander. And here we have our fine coriander paste all ready. Here I am washing my chopping board, knife, and also the dish that I used to make chickpea. We'll allow it to dry. While I was doing all of this, it's already 1 p.m. and it's time to have lunch. Here I have some roasted black chana powder. I'll simply keep it in the plate. Add salt as per taste. Adding some mustard oil for some enhanced taste. If you do not like the taste of mustard oil, you can also replace it with olive oil or completely skip this process. Now I will add water as needed. And mix everything well to give it a chutney-like consistency. Well, you can make this chutney very runny or even thick based on your preference. I am going to keep this a bit thick. Here our chutney is ready, and here is how the almonds coriander rice look like. We'll serve the rice. I have used basmati rice, but you can use any variety of rice that you prefer. We'll serve the beans. Here I have my homemade sweet curd. Over here I have some black sesame seeds chutney that I made yesterday and I kept it in fridge. I will be serving this chutney as well. Here I have some mustards and green chili chutney that I prepared with vinegar. The detailed recipe you will get on my channel as well. So I'll be serving some of this also. By the way, this is one of my favorite, you can say pickle or chutney that is very tasty and very easy to make. So here our lunch is all ready. We had our lunch and this is what got delivered from Swiggy few minutes ago. We ordered milk, curd, groundnut oil, jaggery, and also atta. I wanted to make coriander rotis but atta got over. So I ordered it and will be kneading a dough with the coriander paste that I had prepared. Here I am boiling the milk and that's all about my morning to evening routine in a weekend. And that's all for today's video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, do make sure to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel.